Hello, and welcome to today coffee chat with my friend Patrycja Galvan and me, Iwona Kamińska. And today we are going to talk about acknowledging and receiving and where this come from.
Where?
Yeah, I had this awareness this week. Because we've been talking about acknowledgement and acknowledging things, all this. And then I created something in the area I'm not, I'm saying I'm not good with creating in that area, yes. I created something with total ease. It was amazing. And then I had this awareness that, okay, it's so easy for me to acknowledging my creation in the areas I'm comfortable with, yes, like my writing and different things. But they are some areas where I am not very comfortable with. Actually, I am very, very uncomfortable. And when I create something and something show up, there is like I will say I acknowledge this, but in the same time, the fear or the fear came. We know fear is not real, but that was the emotion, the feeling that if I do that, even to myself, then something or somebody will come and take it away from me. So it's better not to acknowledge and hide, not even to myself. So I've been working with that this week, and it's really, I didn't even know I had this point of view, yes? This took me to very long time ago when I was teenager, and I remember, I actually remember the moment situation when I was told, don't be so full of yourself because you created something, because you so that was really interesting moment for me to go there and to have this awareness too. So and when we talked before we came, Patty actually said that is acknowledging and receiving, yes. So that's another puzzle for me, because I didn't look at this like I'm stopping my receiving when I'm doing that. I didn't look at that angle. Yes. So if you can talk more about acknowledging and receiving, that will be amazing.
Yeah, for me right now, that's something that is intense in my practice daily. And yesterday I have this acknowledgement of my autopilot, my common way to do the thing. And yeah, it's like, okay, I received the acknowledgement. Well, I don't receive the acknowledgement. I have this acknowledgement first of someone. I commit to something, and for me, that's when I said, Ivona, I will take care of this. I will take care of this. And then the thing that starts happening that I saw yesterday is that I start perceiving the expectations. For example, if I say, Yvonne, I will take care of this, I start picking the expectations, my own expectations of how to take care of what I said to you, and then deliver the thing to you. And you starts from that delivery, from that thing, start expecting more from me. And that's, I am good on that. If you expect more of me, I will, I love that. I want that acknowledgement. That's the way of my thing. Yeah. If you expect more of me, I appreciate that. Yeah. And in the same time, I make it work as that energy for motivation for more of me, instead of just choose. I will choose more, yes or no, yes, without the energy outside to move myself. And the thing happened when this other person is, oh, I expect that you will do this. And I say, but I never say I will do it. I never raise my hand. So, okay, that's an acknowledgement. And the second thing was like, and you didn't tell me that you will not have time. I have never told you what I am doing in my daily life. So why in this time you are like, and then the other person was hungry. Yeah, like you said, and for me that piece, you say and you are not doing, you said, and that's the thing that for me pops. I say energetic a lot of things, like, okay, I will take care. And in the same way, I am saying that I will be for you at any time. And that's not true. And for me, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm still doing that. And I'm not receiving. And when I receive this anger, I hide myself. And I go back. And I used to feel guilt. And I used to feel like all this judgment and hide. And yesterday was like, okay, I will stay here. I will receive the thing. And then what's true in this piece? That's the thing about an acknowledgement. This title of this episode is Acknowledging and Receiving. And we receive the acknowledgement. But that acknowledgement right now, for me, is like, it starts moving a lot of shit and a lot of things that instead of be with the acknowledgement and receive the acknowledgement is so intense that I used to go 2 steps back or just acknowledge that little piece instead of receiving the acknowledgement. And I was, oh, I have been doing this. And this is an example, but I have been doing this. I received the acknowledgement. Oh, it's not too intense. So, okay, only I will look or I receive this piece and I will hide or I will hide the other. And it's something that for me is like that piece, receive. What is receive? And it comes from the 4 elements of access. We are our being, we perceive,
Being, know,
and receive that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, receive is something that I was rejecting. I was hiding. And with that, the acknowledgement. So I don't have the acknowledgement. I only said that I would like it, but I don't receive it. And the universe shows the acknowledgement, and okay, there is, and then I don't receive it. And I say, okay. So it's so, I don't know if this have sense for what I am for this episode, but was that piece of acknowledgement comes also with receiving. And receiving with acknowledgement is like a dance of more consciousness, more of you or more of me, and be aware of that autopilot that most of them for sure are feelings, emotions, and they turn on many distractor implants, or all the distractor implants.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I'm wrong, I'm a shit, and then I make myself that space of low, or turn off all my energy, my motivation, my life. Also, my body starts like feeling like tired, small.
Yeah. Yes, and when I was listening to what you've been saying, it's like I had this awareness and acknowledgement. They are actually two different things. Yes, you can be aware of something, and acknowledging is like is part of doing.
It's an action.
Yeah, it's an action. Yes, so when you are acknowledging something, what is in your life, what you create in your life, what you choose, yes, and that choice creates something, or what you ask and you receive something, that is yeah, awareness is more of you receive the information, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like it's not. I don't perceive that energy of action. It's just receiving the information, the awareness. That's how I perceive the difference for me between acknowledgement and awareness. Yes, for me it's like the first is the awareness, then the acknowledgement, then the receiving of that. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So
because awareness is this. We are aware. We are perceiving the energetics, the information, and we are in that space. We are getting all the perceptions.
Yeah. Yes, and when I look at this, this my awareness, yes, with all those energies around acknowledgement for me, that if I acknowledge this openly, yes, what I created, what I ask for, and what I receive, what actually, yeah, I actually receive that, then.
And then that's the piece you are not expecting.
Yeah.
That's also a piece you are not expecting.
Yeah. Yeah.
With that information.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. That's true. Just show up in my life because I ask for it. Yes.
Yeah.
And show up in totally different way. Like was wow. And with so much ease, yes. That it was like, oh wow. So I can do that. And then this fear came, yes, okay, if I can do this.
And that's the implant or the distractor implant.
The distractor implant, yes. If I can do this, then, what if I ask for something bigger? Yes.
Yeah.
And all those energies, like lack of trust, that I can actually that I will know what to do with the bigger ask if I receive it. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is, first of all, you stop yourself and doubt with that. Oh, if I ask this and I perceive and it show up in a total different way, I don't have any expectation, and I receive, what you start like, what if I ask bigger? And then it comes all these expectations, all these projections also, and it's like comes our mind. It's when we instead of staying in the space of knowing, as in the first part, you go to your mind, and when we go to our mind,
and I went to this, all these distractor implants show up for me. Yes, you've got the fear, you've got doubt, you've got lack of trust, all of them. Yes?
And the projection of what are you going to do if you receive all that in the way that the universe
will deliver.
I will be more free, more potent, more rich, more. I don't know.
So why we are talking about this today? Because for me that was so huge awareness. Yes, what I actually choose to do in that moment. That sometimes we know things and we actually don't know. We know here, but we stop ourselves to know in our body and in our being. Yes. Actually, that's not true. Our being knows. We are stopping ourselves from the knowing, real knowing, not the knowing in our mind. So if you, I'm sure I'm the only one who is having this kind of energies around. Yes. So this is why I'm sharing. This is like the invitation for you to look at this and acknowledging and receiving and what, because we said so many times that acknowledging something, this is like the first step of actually of everything. You can have more of things you acknowledge. Yes, you can ask for more, and when you acknowledge, then universe know you actually receiving this, and you are ready for more. Yes. So today our coffee chat is that invitation to look at different energies, look at distractor implants, and see. We talked about this before. Yes, me and Patty, we've done like 6 months of clearing distractor implants, and here we are. Yes, they are coming back with the situation I will never. So okay. Thank you very much for coming. And so just clear whatever will show up for you or showing up for you. Just clear it and let it go. And acknowledge. Really acknowledge what and receive that.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the piece. In this, we learn to project. We learn to expect. And from that, we learn to judge And from that, we learn to stay in this distance or relationship between you and me with a kind of distance. And we learn to give and we learn to take. And the thing that is really an adventure right now for me is what is receiving. And it's not in this adventure of receiving is be aware, as you said, of the thing, the energies of the people, and to acknowledge that awareness. And the thing that I am stretching consciousness is that, oh, I know what to do with all these projections, expectations, with the distractor implants, no? And if I don't use this path or this recipe that works for me, that I use, that I make work for me, it's a different space of I'm receiving, and then I'm not going to fight. I'm not choosing to fight. I am not choosing to prove. I am not choosing to hide. I am not choosing to go. I chose that. I know what to do with that. But not choosing that, is that I don't know what to do. But that's the doing instead of what is this, and staying with that and ask questions. As you with all this intensity of energies around you, maybe that is your capacity, maybe that is your talent, not in today, not yesterday, since you are in this planet. But no one said, oh, Ivana, that's your talent. Here is your gift. You are this gift and you have this talent. And we made that so we make work for us in the way that we learn. So if that's working in this moment for you, cool. Stay in that space, stay in that with your own recipe. But if that recipe is not working and you have maybe 1, 2, 3 recipes tried at this point, and you say, oh, I don't know how to do, it's time to start asking questions. It's time for you, or maybe it's time for you to be more present with that and stretch more consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and also have tools. Also choose tools that empowers you to know.
Yeah, because and this is another part of acknowledging, yes, that you know what you know. And sometimes I remember first time when I heard that, this is when we are choosing to trust ourselves. Doesn't matter how little or how much. Yes, this is a journey. We are learning to trust. We are learning to just by acknowledging that I know what I know. Mm-hmm. And this knowing is deep, and nothing will change that knowing. Nobody's point of view, yes. Mm-hmm. Nobody's expectations, nobody's projections. No, this is what I know, and this this is the knowing. You can choose to go with that knowing, or you can choose not to go, but the knowing is yours. And that, I will say, that's the start of the journey of acknowledging you. And yeah. And I will say about receiving, yes, because Patty said things about receiving. When we are asking to receive, it's not only, we are not only asking to receive the good things, yes, the things we want. We are asking to receive all and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, for me, is like the receiving is in that way, to receive everything, is connected for me with Access Mantra. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And we ask for that. The receiving doesn't matter what we receive with ease and joy and glory. But there is something else around this acknowledging. For years, yes, when I came to UK, it was like my hiding place. I just didn't. I just want to be left alone. I didn't want to be seen, and the more I am acknowledging myself as a gift, yes, things showing up, yes, the areas when I don't do that yet, they are showing up for me to work with that, to acknowledge, to receive, to be with that, to be present with that, to let go of different energies, to let go of the stories I created there, yes. And that's good, because the more I acknowledge, the more I am there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the invitation with these coffee chats.
Yeah.
To start where you are.
Yeah, and the more I am me, that's another part of that, yes. The acknowledgement actually is like starting with the building blocks, and the more I do that, the more blocks I'm adding and I'm building. Actually, building is not correct. It's like
Creating.
No, I will say I'm taking off the veil I put on myself. Yes?
Yeah.
So I am more visible. I am more
you.
More me. And my energy is coming more and more, and is more inviting. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, for me, that's the adventure of, okay, who I am.
Yeah.
And it's not for looking at definition. It's for melting and taking out all these veils of all the things that customs, roles, beliefs, ideas, definitions, conclusions that I project, I expect, or others project, or others expect, or I simply create as my way with all this autopilot system. Yeah. So it's this melting of all that. And the curious thing about access consciousness is that for me, these tools add more joy, add ease, joy, and glory. I used to, I was sicker, and I used to ask me that question, who I am. And I used to go in different, I went to different paths with different methods, techniques. And yeah, in that time, that was my timing. That was my timing of the thing. And with these tools, it's not go for the drama, more pain. Look at that thing with that preparation and process of pain, drama. It's including more ease, joy, and glory. I like it more. I like it more.
Yeah.
These tools. But if you are here, follow your knowing.
Yes. And before we go, I would like to say a few things. It's like the first one, maybe what we talked today about seems chaotic for you, but we follow the energy which show up for us. That's the first. The second one, the world is changing, and access add to that. Because few weeks ago we had this big symphony of possibility ways for 12 hours going around, and plenty of us still listening to that, yes, to work with the energy. Then Dane is doing like 4th round of ESB every day, and this is changing the world. Everywhere we are changing, the world is changing also. So, and there is plenty of different stuff going on that we are aware of, our body is aware of. So I will say, if you feel uncomfortable and your body is, I don't know, showing some signs of similar to detox or headaches or whatever, just ask your body, what is that? What do you know about this? Is this mine? Yes. And in those moments, now it's really important to ask this question. Okay, who does this belong to? Is this mine? Yes, no. If no, send back to the sender with consciousness attached. If you decide it is yours, just pod and poke everywhere you decide it is yours. And ask another question. Okay, what awareness I am refusing here, that if I acknowledge, will change all this? And sometimes you may be aware about different beings around you, about entities, especially now. There is a lot of activities going on with entities around the world. And if you want to know more, you can clear them, you can communicate with them, you can receive from them. I will say, find Shannon O'Hara on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram, or find the Talk to the Entities
website
pages, yeah, and listen and learn if this is something what you would like to do, or just drop us a message and we can help you with that. So just don't exclude entities because there is nothing you know about. I'm sure you do know about, and you just maybe choose not to know. Maybe you choose not to
acknowledge,
experience that, or acknowledge, or go for it. but they are around us, and at the moment they are really active. So if you would like, and if you know that they are around you, and the intensity of them being around you is too much for you, just ask question, look for support. And like I said, go to the talk to the entities, Facebook page, Instagram, found them on YouTube. You can watch, listen, learn more, or ask Patty or me. We can help you with that.
Yeah, thank you for that piece. Is relevant for the one that you are looking, watching in this moment or anytime in the future. These are tools of access consciousness. We learn these tools, we practice these tools. We have certifications from access consciousness, and yeah, we are that seekers that now have tools to empower us to know what we know. So this is maybe also for you, access consciousness. So thank you for this piece. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.